Morning, everyone, and welcome to Friday. I got quite a spread here.
Yeah, you do.
Today, I've got some oatmeal, and a peanut butter sandwich, and a coffee. I'm gonna start out my day good, with a lot of energy. I'm gonna try and really pump myself up, and try and be extra productive before we get to the stream tonight. I've talked about it a little bit, but just in the last few weeks since we've been doing, Breath of the Wild on Fridays, I've just been very, very excited. Like leading up to Friday, I'm like, oh yeah, gonna play Zelda again. It's gonna be fun. But it's true. I mean, I've been having a really good time with it. So just trying to make sure I get some other stuff done today before we get to the Zelda stream tonight. Here we go.
You ready?
I hope. That's right! Yahaha! I gotta turn that fan off. Yeah, that's the one. Holy crap. Stream's over. First things first. We did something different. I had announced it last week. We did the plan where we had chat off during the stream, so we couldn't see what people were chatting about. I feel overwhelmingly that was the best choice, and it seems like from seeing what chat wrote about it that they agreed that it was the right choice too, at least majority. Because this allows us to play the game with, no spoilers and doing things that, may not be what you would normally do. And it allows chat to talk freely and openly, and it's also way easier for the mods. Now, I wanted to show something off because Chaz is a wizard and he developed this little piece of technology because he's always developing little cool pieces of technology. So I have chat over here, but if I press one button on my keyboard, chat goes away. And the cool thing about this is that once I do this, Chaz can send us messages and they come straight from Chaz, which is amazing. Sorry, battery died. I had to come downstairs to change the battery. But it's fine, I'm done upstairs anyway. Anyway, the system that Chaz made for that is really beneficial because what happens is, depending on the game that we're playing, especially during Breath of the Wild, we have it set up where there's either a blue frame or a green frame around the face cam, depending on who is playing. So it'll indicate later on YouTube if Dan's cutting around and we're not including the part where we're like, here, I'm giving it to you. Or if someone's just, scrubbing through the video, it'll show who is actively playing the game, who's holding the controller. And, I don't always remember to hit the button. I should, but I don't always remember. So now I can not look at chat, but the only thing on that screen is Chaz. So if at any point, and it happened once tonight, and we didn't talk about it because that we're trying not to acknowledge it, but I had forgotten to change the frame, and we're playing the game, and out of the corner of my eye, I see text, and I know if I see text, the only person can talk to us during the game is Chaz. So I looked over, and it was like, Chaz had typed something. It's like the border. You got to change the border, and then I changed the border. So it's a good system. It's a good system. It's like there's all of these little, little tiny intricate things with doing a live event that I have just never thought about or considered from all of the years I've done, on-demand content. And as we continue to do it, and we have someone like Chaz that is available to work with us to create these little things that benefit us, we're making a much better, easier environment for all of us, which is great. It's really great. But from the bottom of my heart, I hope that you had fun tonight. I think that was it's always my big takeaway for when we do a stream. But trying out this new thing where we're not actually looking at chat during the gameplay stuff, I think honestly that it leads to a overall better stream, because when you're watching, that whatever we're doing, we're just doing on our own and we're winging it. And then when we get back to breaks, we can talk about it and be like, that's how we got through that puzzle. And if people want to be like, this is the intended way of getting through the puzzle, and we can be like, oh, whoops. It's a good experience. I don't know how this is all going to translate to YouTube, but I think that the YouTube folks will enjoy it. Obviously, I trust Dan so much with all of our stuff, and he's also a huge fan of the game, so I know he's going to do an amazing job. Anyway, we played the game. We were ending the stream, and then it happened again. It being chat decided that I needed to sing lots and lots of songs. And I appreciate it. I certainly appreciate the sport. And I do also genuinely enjoy singing the songs. When they come so fast, one right after the other, my brain stumbles a bit. Although we had some of the best songs, genuinely good rhymes, good songs tonight, I think we've ever had. I think there is actually something to be said of having to do so many in a row, because it's almost like you're very quick. It's kind of like exercising, and you get back into the practice of it really quick, and then your brain is alert and ready for that specific action. Anyway, I've just come to expect that once every month or two, there seems to be a night where chat collectively decides, as a hive mind, this will be the night that we make Steven sing a lot. And that night happened to be tonight. The weird thing about it, though, was that it happened after everything was over. We were done. We had, recorded quite a bit. We had explored quite a bit of Breath of the Wild. Didn't do a lot of fighting in the game tonight. Mostly exploration stuff, but that was a lot of fun. And then we were done. I was going to raid someone and send everyone off. And we stuck around for almost another probably 40 minutes. We went that much longer just because, we had a great time, and it was obvious that chat had a great time as well. But there was suddenly just you know what? I do believe it's song time. And I was like, oh, is it? But yeah, it was good. All of that stuff is it's obviously saved over on Twitch. And if you want, you can just watch the VOD and jump to where the gameplay part ended and all of that wild nonsense starts. But again, I appreciate it. Thank you all, and I sincerely hope you had a good time, because we had a lot of fun. It was a really good night, and Breath of the Wild continues to be good. It was interesting because we've spent some of the rupees upgrading equipment, and we found. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't played the game. We found an NPC who upgrades your equipment, and in doing all of that, we were really prepared for battle, and we didn't fight hardly anything. It's interesting because there's a lot of battling to be had if you're looking for it. If you're avoiding it, if you're very specifically trying to hunt down the shrines and get to the towers, and you're making a beeline for these things, it's not that hard to avoid fights. And tonight we really didn't do a whole lot of fighting at all. And again, that's fine. It's just funny because we have some really nice equipment now. And then also on top of that, we did a shrine tonight that taught us advanced combat moves like dodging and parry and stuff like that. So we did all that, and then it's oh, well, you're not going to use it tonight. And I'm oh, okay. Tonight you're just going to climb mountains. And I was okay, we'll climb mountains then. But again, it continues to be good. How are you liking Breath of the Wild?
I really like it.
Yeah? It's so different from every other Zelda.
It's fun to just kind of go and look at stuff, and I was looking on the map when you were pulling it up, and I was oh, I want to go there, and I want to go there.
Yeah.
So.
There's so much exploration to it. It's a very important part of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's necessary.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just a good time.
Yeah. It's a good time.
The game really wants you to get on top of a mountain and mark everything off. And if you're lucky, there will be a shrine on top of it, because you can warp to them, and then you can just warp to that and hang glide wherever you want. It's really good, and the story has continued to be relatively light.
Yeah.
Like, they drop these big bombs of like, hey, this is the important stuff, and then they're like, and we're good.
Yeah.
Like, good luck. But we'll see how that continues as we play week 4 next week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having fun.
Me too.
I'm having fun. And for the YouTube crowd, this is coming in August. It's going to be following up Smash Ultimate. So, mid-August-ish, you'll start seeing the first episodes, and I'm excited. In the meantime, Katamari Damacy is coming to Stephen Plays, and if you missed the Twitch stream of that, you really should watch it on YouTube, because it's we yell a lot. It's so fun. Mal and I control one Joy-Con each and try to get through the levels. And yeah, maybe we'll do We Love Katamari at some point.
Maybe.
Maybe. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you all for making tonight so wonderful. It was fun to sing all the songs. We sincerely appreciate the support. The art that we have been getting on Fridays is incredible. You are all very talented, and it just tickles our funny bones every time to see what you guys are creating. It's amazing. And as always, thank you to our mods for wrangling everything and keeping the machine well oiled, because they do. All right, that's it. Have a great night. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?